Hi second graders, Miss D'Ariel here from Citizenship Academy, and we are on Module 8, Lesson 15 today. Crazy. You guys have been working so hard all year and I'm very proud of you. So today, like we've been working on, we're going to be working on telling time to the nearest 5 minutes. Remember, each time the clock moves to a new number, we're counting by 5. And then we're going to be talking about AM and PM today so that we know whether it's in the morning or at night. AM, morning, PM, night. All right? Let's start off today by counting by 5s. Remember, it's important that we're able to count by 5 so that we can easily tell what time it is on our clocks. All right? So when you see a thumbs up, we're going to count forwards by 5s, thumbs down, count backwards. Here we go. Ready? Let's do it together. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. Ooh, count backwards now. We're at 20, so we're going to go to 15, 10. Count upwards from 10, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Backwards from 40, we're at 45, so we're going to go 35, 30, 25, 20. Ooh! Up again. So at 25, we're going up. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, back down. 45, down to 40, 35, 30, back up from 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Back down. We're at 60, we're going to go 55, 50, 45, 40, 35, back up, 40, 45, 50, back down, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, back up, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Nice work, guys. Awesome job. All right, for your application problem, you're going to want something to write with. So go grab that if you don't have it already. And here we go. It says, at Memorial School, students have a quarter hour for morning recess and 33 minutes for a lunch break. How much free time do they have in all? So their recess and their lunch break are their free time. First, we need to figure out how much a quarter hour is. Remember, when we're looking at our clock, we can divide it in half and in quarters. How much was a quarter hour? How many minutes was that? Very good. That was 5, 10, 15 minutes. So we know they have 15 minutes for morning recess and 33 minutes for a lunch break. I want you to pause and solve. Tell me how much free time they have during the day. Got it? So we're adding 15 minutes for their morning recess, 33 minutes for their lunch break, and we get 48 minutes of free time altogether. And they should. So now what we want to know is how much more time they have for lunch than they have for recess. Okay, so if we want to figure out how much more, are we going to add or are we going to subtract to find the difference? We're going to subtract. Good. So we know they have 33 minutes for lunch. And then how many minutes did they have for recess again? Good. A quarter hour, 15 minutes. So we're going to find the difference between their lunch and their recess. What's the difference? How much more time do they have for lunch? So pause and solve, and then we'll talk about it. Got it? Should be 18 more minutes for lunch than for recess. We find that by finding the difference between the amount of time they have for lunch and the amount of time they have for recess. Nice job. All right. So where does the clock tell us if it's morning or if it's night? How do we know that? The clock, like this, will look exactly the same if it's morning or night. What do we do at 8 o'clock in the morning? How is that different from 8 o'clock at night? What do we do at 8 o'clock in the morning? Let me set my clock for 8 o'clock in the morning. What do you do at 8 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, maybe you brush your teeth, maybe you're just waking up, maybe you're eating breakfast, maybe you're getting ready for school. Those are the things we do at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's the start of school. What do you do around 8 o'clock at night, which is a very different time? Yeah, maybe you're getting ready for bed. Maybe that's the time you're hanging out with your family. Maybe that's when you're reading books. Maybe that's when you're watching your TV show. It's what you do at 8 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock at night are very different times, even though on a clock like this, they look the same. So, how we differentiate, how we tell the difference is between AM and PM. Which comes first in the alphabet, A or P? A. So, which comes first in the day? The morning or the afternoon? The morning. So that's an easy way to remember AM and PM. A comes first. That's the morning. A is the morning. AM. P comes after A in alphabetical order, which I know we've been working on, so that's the afternoon. AM morning, PM afternoon. All right? We use AM as a short way to talk about the time between 12 o'clock midnight and 12 o'clock noon, or 12 o'clock morning. We use PM as a short way to talk about the time between 12 o'clock noon and midnight. Remember that on a digital clock, so this is what we call an analog clock. A digital clock is where they write out the numbers for you. They usually show you the AM or the PM. Okay, what you're going to be doing in your problem set today is deciding whether this activity would happen in the morning, the AM, A comes first, or the PM, the afternoon. Waking up for school, AM or PM? Good. Eating dinner, AM or PM? PM. Good, that would happen in the afternoon. Reading a bedtime story. PM. Good, afternoon or nighttime. Making breakfast. Morning. Good, AM. Having a play date after school. After school. Would happen in the PM. Good, happen in the afternoon. Going to bed. AM or PM? PM. Very good. Eating a piece of cake. I'm hoping this only happens at a certain time of day, but sometimes it happens. PM, good, afternoon. So what you're going to do on your own today is determine whether something would happen in the AM morning or the PM afternoon. See you later.